Hello everyone, it's Angel from Gem TCG here, and for today's video, I'll be talking about the difference between eBay and TCGplayer and understanding how they work. Because to some people, they may not understand and they may think that they are just two different platforms for selling cards, but there's more to it, and they do have a lot of differences that need to be understood, especially if you are going to be selling on both platforms. And I've made a few videos in the past about like how to utilize both of them and what you should use for each platform. But this one will be more of the logic behind that and how to succeed on both platforms, as well as some other tips on eBay and TCGplayer. And also, if you do need help starting and growing your eBay and TCGplayer stores, I have a Patreon with a link in the description of this video. So when it comes to eBay and TCGplayer, I would say the biggest differences are: one is that eBay is more of an algorithm based selling model, whereas TCGplayer is a price based selling model. And I'll explain more about that. And then the second thing is the type of collector that is purchasing on both of these platforms. And also, you have to keep in mind, eBay is not just a trading card selling platform. Like they were selling, or like the main thing on eBay was clothing and a bunch of other things before people started selling trading cards on there. Whereas TCGplayer is built for trading cards. Specifically made by people that, I think they built it because of people that needed cards for their decks to play with, which explains like why it had such a high market for competitive cards. So going back to the first thing I mentioned of eBay being more algorithm based and TCGplayer being more pricing based, is when you're selling on eBay and when you're buying from eBay, you're not seeing things just because it's like the best price or the cheapest price at that condition. You are seeing items that are the highest quality because eBay doesn't want to promote things that are from bad sellers or not described specifically as is. And they want to promote things that are from good sellers and from sellers that they know if they sell something, they won't have that item returned or have a dispute open because eBay does not want that, since that loses them money and credibility and potentially losing like customers. Whereas TCGplayer, you have a specific catalog of cards. Like the exact cards are all there, and the only thing you're competing on is the price. So when you click on a card, you see the price of that card, like the market price, and then you see a bunch of other sellers under that listing. And let me just show you guys what I mean by that. Okay, so just off this first example, I'll be showing you an EV promo from Sword and Shield. This is a regular promo. And when you search for it on eBay, like I just typed in the name and then the number, you see all these listings. And just off the first thing, you see like this one is $3.50. This one is $4.20, $4.99, and then $1.99 with 97 cents shipping. So obviously this one is the cheapest, this $1.99 one. This one is discounted, but it's not cheaper because of the shipping. However, actually no, this one is the cheapest and it's a top rated seller. So you would be wondering like why is the cheapest one not being shown? And truthfully, like it's a very complicated thing, and it's not just price that people are competing on. So like if we were to compare this one to, let's just do this one because it's top rated. So this one is from someone with 4,139 feedback, 99.9% feedback, which means 99.9% of their feedback is positive. They've already sold 8 copies of this item. They have free shipping, a very short delivery date because they would be shipping with first class, or at least that's what they say they will be shipping with. Who knows if they'll actually do it? They have 30-day returns. The seller covers the return shipping, so it's free return shipping. Their description, they have a very well put description. They also have the item specifics filled out. So overall, it's a very good listing, and their title has the name, number, Pokemon, set that the promo is like around. This is a Brilliant Stars promo, and hollow promo, near mint. They have all that information. Then if we go to this one, still a very good listing. Obviously, it has less feedback, lower percentage of positive feedback, and looks like less details about the actual card. Like this one says EV Hollow Sword and Shield, and then it says Sword and Shield again, and it says holographic again. Whereas this one says like everything once, but it has more helpful information. And then if we go down to see the details, there's there's a shipping cost which automatically makes your things show up lower. I'm pretty sure. Like I don't know if that's exact, but less people are searching for items with where they have to pay for shipping. So by offering free shipping, you will most likely be ranking higher. Now this one offers 60-day returns and they'll cover the shipping, which is better. But I truly think that it's because of this shipping cost that they're showing up lower. And they have a pretty interesting description. It looks like a custom one that they put an image of their brand. The description is just the title of the card. They have all their item specifics filled out too. But the only big difference is that they just have less feedback, lower positive rating, and or they're not covering shipping. They're making the buyer cover the shipping. And then let's look at this one. Actually, we'll do this one because it's the most expensive out of the top four, but it is ranking third instead of from this cheaper one. And as you can see, they have a lot less feedback, but they have a 100% positive rating. A very good title. They've sold 33 of these EV cards already from this listing. Then if you look at the shipping and return stuff, it's a shorter return window, but it looks like it'll arrive quicker than what those other listings were promising, which is very good for ranking because they want you, eBay wants you to see or like wants you to get your items quickest. So if you can give a service that'll get there quicker, then that helps a lot. And maybe this person lives closer to me or something like that, but that's another factor is location. Because if you live in California and someone's buying from you in New York, it's going to have a longer window than someone buying from you in like Washington or Arizona. You know, so it's like that's another factor. And they have a great description, great item specifics as well. So there's a lot of factors that go into the ranking on eBay, which leads to potential sales. Like if you're showing up all the way down here, you're gonna have a lot harder time getting sales than if you were showing up all the way up here because most people only buy from the first page and most people only buy from like these top 8 or top 10 listings. So that's that. And then also with this example, there weren't even any sponsored listings for some reason, but that's another thing. So another factor to getting sales is promoting your listings and getting sponsored. So basically, I'll show you guys TCGplayer soon, but basically, the key to getting sales on eBay is being seen. If you're not getting views, you're not getting clicks on your listings, then it's going to be a lot harder to get sales. And I will make a video soon on like how to make the perfect listing so that you do get a lot of views and clicks. But basically, the thing that'll set you apart from any other seller is that you have to be seen and you have to have a lot of traffic to your listings. And you can do this by just having high quality listings, having good feedback, good shipping times, good return windows, and free returns. All those like details are very important to having a high ranking listing. And then if we go to TCGplayer, we search the same thing right here. As you can see, like just off the price alone, this card is 90 cents. But on eBay, they're selling it for $3.50, $4.20, $4.99. This one's like $1.99 with $1 shipping, $3, you know? So it's like it's a lot more expensive when you're selling stuff on eBay. And this is for many reasons. I would say personally that the biggest thing is the guarantee, like the safety guarantee as a buyer. You have a lot more protection on eBay from what it feels like, and it's a lot easier to open a case against the seller if there's an issue compared to TCGplayer. Because dealing with TCGplayer support and getting a refund for an item is very complex and very annoying. Whereas eBay kind of just like go to the order, quickly make a request, it gets processed by them, you don't have to do anything. And then on TCGplayer, you have to to go down here, contact their chat bot, and then you have to fill in all this information. It's very clunky and it just takes super long. So I think that's one of the main things. And also the fact that eBay has a much larger audience. There are a lot more customers on eBay than there are on TCGplayer. And also people like paying for stuff that they could see. Like right here, you see this exact card. Obviously, like there's a quantity to it, so you're not going to get this exact one, but you could just see that it's an actual card. And then you go on this one, and it's just a list, like no pictures, nothing. You can't really see their store as easily. Like you have to click on here and then click on all their listings. But then let's just show like how TCGplayer is. So when you go to the actual listing, you are shown every single listing of that card. No variations, just that specific one. Like on eBay, like there's 215 results. However, this one's a two PSA cards. This one's a PSA card. This one's like a 4 card lot. And PSA again. This is the second promo from that blister pack, like the other blister pack. So there's a lot of variation. So you're not really being shown exactly what you're looking for all the time, but for the majority of it, you are being shown what you're looking for. But over here, it's every single EV Sword and Shield 190 card is over here, and that's it. And then as you can see, it's being sorted from price plus shipping. So the cheapest one you see is a moderately played card, 68 cents with $1.31 shipping. The next one is a near mint card, 85 cents with $1.31 shipping. And just for like to compare it, make it more easy, let's do near mint only. So as you can see here, Rocky Gaming Corner, 99.8% feedback, 10,000 plus sales. Very good. Like this is kind of like an off example, or it's not fitting what I'm trying to say, but they have the cheapest price plus shipping, so they are showing up first. Whereas let's say this person, Gamers Nest Co., 100% feedback, 1168 sales, are showing up on like the 20th listing because they just have a higher price than this person, Primo, not even a gold star seller. They have 99.3% feedback. They are showing up higher simply because they are just charging a lower price. So there's not much to it on TCGplayer. It's literally you're just competing on price and that's it. Obviously, like having this gold star thing helps and having good sales helps, but in terms of visibility, the only thing that matters is your listing price and your shipping price combination. And in the way that rating and all that could help is if someone were to go here on the filters and then do like verified sellers and then save, and then they'd see all these gold star sellers, which are people with, I think it's like 99.5% feedback or up. And even then, like you're still competing with people that may be at that 99.5% instead of 100%, and they'll be outranking you. Like this guy, 9,700 sales, 99.9% feedback, selling it for 99 cents with $1.31 shipping. And then this person, Collector KV, has 100% feedback, but only 294 sales. They are outranking them by like 10 positions because they are just charging a cheaper price. So when you understand this, you'll kind of realize how important it is to understand the differences. So on TCGplayer, there's much more competition for a single item because everyone's competing under the same listing. You can't make your own listing and showcase it in a different way to make it more appealing. You have to simply compete on pricing, which leads to a lot of instances where it's a race to the bottom, people undercutting each other, and just not making as much profit. Whereas on eBay, you kind of set your prices. You don't have to sell it for lower than what you want to. Like this guy, there's obviously a reason why he put it at $3.49. This person, there's a reason why they put it at $4.20. This person, a reason why they put it at $1.99. So it's all different, and it's all up to you as the seller to put your pricing. Whereas TCGplayer, you're just competing. Like since that market price value is there, it's hard to set your own price because let's just look at these people at the bottom. This person selling it for $6.99 with 50,000 plus sales. This person $9, $4.99, $9.98. So The prices range very heavily, but obviously, as a buyer, if you're looking at this card and then you see, oh, this person's selling, they have 9 copies for 85 cents each, there's no chance you'll be going here and buying this copy for $6.99 or this one for $9. So it just makes it a lot harder to set yourself apart because you kind of have to just compete on that market price and you can't do anything to differentiate yourself. Like here, this person's selling it for $4.99 and he's showing up here. I think from the numbers, he had 33 sales. Whereas, let's scroll down a little bit. This person, bad listing, but they're selling it for $2 cheaper, has 0 sales on the listing. So it's not always a price competition on eBay. It's more of a visibility competition and algorithm, I guess, like feeding into the algorithm. But that's about it for this one. I hope it was helpful and got the point across of like what's different between eBay and TCGplayer. And this is more on a specific listing basis. Like there's obviously more in play, like how to make the good listings, how to have the promos, the like the minor details that are actually pretty important, such as returns and shipping price and delivery times. But overall, to sum it up, on eBay, you're competing on brand and feedback and listing quality, whereas on TCGplayer, you're mainly just competing on price, and that's about it. So use that to your advantage. Don't feel the need to always sell at market price on eBay because that's just not how it works, and that's not what you need to do to set yourself apart. Just have good quality listings, good customer service, quick shipping, free shipping, and be consistent, and you will always rank here instead of here. Yeah, hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you have any questions, let me know down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.